Hi, I'm Mack, and I'm on a mission to see the hurting get healed and the healed go out and heal others, in order for all of us to experience the true love and light we desire. This podcast is me sharing my journey with you, so you don't feel alone in your journey. Welcome to the Golden Rule Revolution. Hello, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Rule Revolution. I am Mack. Thank you for joining, and welcome to May of 2022. Guys, I know you see everything that's going on. You feel everything that's going on. And I just cannot encourage you enough to really go within. Really face all your fears that you carry within you. Really heal all the last remaining traumas that you have been unwilling to look at or been convinced by a system, most likely a religious system, that the traumas aren't worth facing because something else has healed it or removed it. But the only one that can remove it is you. Why this is so crucial to healing our traumas and facing our fears right now is because the world is about to get flipped upside down, because we've been living upside down. So it will become right side up. Everything has been inverted truth. Every single thing. The earth, which is an anagram for heart, is being righted. The world that we have lived under with all the confusion. And God is not the author of confusion. God is the author of nature, which is in perfect order, in abundance, never lacking, never in scarcity, always promoting every species in the kingdom of nature promotes itself to live. So life is the natural order of nature. And death is a parasitical inversion of this reality, which has led to confusion, which has led to the human species being okay with itself eliminating itself when no other species in the animal kingdom does that. Everything that has been inverted is being righted, but it's going to look like chaos. It's going to look like confusion. It's going to look nuts. And yet, we get to go within. How we beat the darkness is by being the light. I went on an ayahuasca journey a couple of weeks ago, and I had such tremendous healing, for me, what felt like the last uncoupling of the trauma that I've carried, the way I describe the trauma that I've lived with for so long. And even up until a couple of weeks ago, this last component, it was like dried spaghetti that was wet, cooked, but then dried. And I couldn't uncouple it. I couldn't pull it apart. It was so hard. If I looked at this, it felt like I was looking at that to really understand my own trauma. And for me and my trauma, going to ayahuasca journey has been helpful. But not everyone needs to do that. But everyone does need to go within and look at it. But what I saw, what I was shown, and I posted this on Instagram and on Facebook. If you follow me there, you've seen it, and on Twitter. That darkness exists to remind the light its power. Darkness exists to remind the light its power. The minute the sun chooses to rise, darkness bows in honor. Just bows in honor. Confusion exists to remind truth its power. The minute the truth comes forth, confusion bows in honor. The reason why we've lived in this 3D, third dimensional duality existence is because all of us are here to remember. What is remember? Re, or interestingly, re is also raw, derivative of raw. But to remember is the member of our body to put back in order in the proper way that which is always been intended to be. So we are remembering, realigning, coming back into that place where we understand that truth is the power, love is the power, light is the power, goodness is the power. And the confusion, the fear, the lies, the vitriol, the death cult celebration that has been so permeated throughout the world, death, destruction, decay, and yet no one that I see on any platform out there is talking about the child abuse and talking about the ones that complain or celebrate the death are not talking about the abuse at the hands of these monsters. So everything has been confused. Right has been called wrong. Wrong has been called right. Left is right. Right is left. Up is down. Down is up. And yet, regardless of everything on the external sphere, in the external realm, everything inside us dictates how the external world will look like and be. So when you go in and face your fear, when you go in and heal your trauma, immediately the world changes for the better. That's why we have to heal. And truth, I've talked about that. What is coming? There's this tidal wave. I see this tidal wave of water. It's like this huge wall of water up to almost, it feels like to heaven up in the sky. And it's going to crash down and it's going to wash away all the lies, all the dirtiness and the filth and the pain and the traumas and the lies and the deceptions and all the things. Truth will be revealed. But when truth is revealed, and people say, when, in the right time, so that it traumatizes the least amount of people. But when truth becomes revealed, there will be a great humbling. A great humbling. Me, you, all of us. Because no one, not one of us, has the entirety of what the truth is. What realm have we been living in? What is this existence? But once we see it for what it is, we will all humble ourselves. Most likely cry and grieve and truly cry out to God for forgiveness. Atheism is a modern day phenomenon. It started in the 1880s. It started with Charles Darwin and the progressive era's narrative that seeped through like a cancer throughout every social society. Atheism is a modern phenomenon. God is searching right now for those who are searching for him. And the confusion of God and the warping and the religious thievery to take God, the before all, above all, after all, in all, through all, the all in all, God. The infinite and unconditional, beyond our even understanding to put words to God. God is looking for souls that are remembering their mission here on this planet, that are remembering their relationship and from whence they've come, why they are here, and what their mission is. God is looking for the souls that are standing in truth, beauty, and goodness. And regardless of what the stupid news says, and the newscasters say, or the pastors and the imams and the rabbis and the priests say, the only way you know truth, the only way you know God is going within and asking yourself, are you free? Or does another voice reside in your mind? Is someone else's voice taking authority over your voice? And then asking, what is the origin of that? Where did it come from? What really happened to you in your life? If we are still trying to protect others, we cannot be free. The only way we can be free is to liberate our own soul. And from the liberation of our own soul, then others are safe. But trying to protect is a fear-based reality. Liberating ourselves is the conquering lion, is the power that we are all seeking. And it has been stolen from us, kept from us. The hyenas and the jackals have circled the lions. The lions are now in zoos being observed. And it's time for us to remember who we are, to come back into the eyes and to look and to say, no more. We don't have to fight physically. It's all done spiritually. We are energetic beings. We are souls in these physical forms to come and manifest the reality of that which we speak, because God said, God said, God said, God said, God said, and it was so. And what we say, it is so as well. Solomon wrote, life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Those that love it, those that give to it shall eat the fruit thereof, because what you put out comes in. What you put out comes in. You put fear out, you get fear. You put love out, you get love. You put truth out, you get truth. When you put freedom out, you get freedom. What you give, you receive. So what we say is the reality of our own existence. And it is time for us to stop speaking these evil narratives over ourselves, over another, to ourselves and to another. Who has lied to you to make you feel lesser than? That is not of God. When you understand God, you will understand whose you are. And nothing can take you from that place. And from Genesis to Revelation is a story given to mankind to lead mankind down a path, because nothing can cross our free will. But if we accept the narrative predestined for us, it leads us down exactly what we're seeing, which is why manifestation and our words are so important. So if you convince the whole planet to speak and utter a narrative, guess what the narrative becomes? The reality. But it is up to us to remember, wait a minute, we existed before this narrative. We will exist after this narrative. Who is this really serving? The blood cult, the death cult, the evil, EVIL, inversion of LIVE, the cult of death, keeping souls from living, has lost. And you and I are in the last gracious moments given to us as a gift to either stand out of that current that is going down or go down with it. But nothing is forcing and nothing is coercing. We are choosing right now. Yes, I've had a lot of different people on this podcast. I've shared a lot of different messages, but this is such an incredible time. And if you look on the TV, if you look on the black box, the black mirror, it will show you an image of reality that will create scarcity, fear. You got to hunker down. It's not safe out there. Or you can go and touch a tree and realize that this tree is never lacking, nor are you ever lacking. This blade of grass is never lacking, nor are you ever lacking. So when you connect to the law of nature, which is constantly releasing and receiving, you remember There is a power greater than all this matrix power. All the matrix power. There's a power greater. And that is the power of God. And that is what you and I get to walk in. The fiat currency and the crypto this and the phone this and the digital and the tracking and this, all bullshit. The truth is, around us, in us, and from us at all times, it's just the question of what we are willing to believe and step into. What you believe, you manifest. Believe, be living, or be living. It's either going to be a lie or life. It's up to you. It's up to me. And with all that is going on, there's so much going on. Death cannot stop life. And that is the truth. Darkness cannot stop light. And that is the truth. And lies cannot stop truth. And that is the truth. Slavery cannot stop freedom. Fear cannot stop love. All these power structures are just facades. And all the evil that exists, and there is plenty of it in this reality, has existed because we have forgotten who we are, which is why Jesus came to remind everyone right away at the Sermon on the Mount to tell everyone, ye, plural you, ye are the light of the world. Remember who you are. Not an ego, not trying to gain anything from anyone, but to be simply the illuminated light that you chose to come in and be. And when you shine, another shines, and another shines, and another shines. All that we are experiencing right now is the last swirl before the drain takes it all away. You are being given a gift, dear one. Wherever you are around the world, wherever you are, whatever country, tongue, tribe that you come from, you, my dear brother and sister and brother, are being given a gift to finally live and choose your freedom. Forget your family name. Forget where you've come from. Forget the degrees you have. Forget the jobs you have, the money you have, the titles you have. Whatever you think you have is nothing compared to who you truly are deep, deep, deep down. Remember who you are. You're the light of the world. You're the salt of the earth. You're the conduit of electricity. That's what salt is. It is a conduit of electricity. Is it a conduit of power, of light, of life? Salt is a preservative. You put it on meat, it sucks out the moisture, keeps the bacteria from growing. Salt is a healer. You put it on a wound, it sucks out the moisture, it kills all the bacteria. Salt heals, salt preserves, but salt also is a conduit, which is why Jesus said, if the salt has lost its savor, it is henceforth good for nothing except to be trodden under the foot of man, because it was the salt roads that they traveled on, because the salt was the asphalt of the time, and it sucked up the moisture and created a crust that people could walk on. So it was either a conduit of energy or it was a conduit of human bodies, but it has always been a conduit. And you are the light and you are the salt. My question to you is, what conduit are you allowing to be transferred from you? Is it love, truth, and freedom, beauty and goodness, joy and peace, long-suffering, meekness, gentleness? Or is it fear, religion, philosophy, doctrines of devils? I don't know what it is, but it cannot be both at the same time, which is why Jesus said you cannot serve two masters. You will either love the one and hate the other, cleave to the one and despise the other. For you cannot serve God and mammon. So what are you serving? Who are you serving? Who are you deep down? It does not matter the current state of affairs, what the next headline says. There's probably a headline taking place that people are talking about while I'm recording this. And guess what? It doesn't matter. You are supernatural in this physical form. Miracles take place when we remember who we are. We don't deify another. We remember because another showed us. So, dear brother and sister, are you receiving the love of God? Are you receiving truth? Are you receiving life? And are you releasing fear? Are you releasing lies? And are you releasing the death cult's grip on you? Those who celebrate death are not your friend. Those who celebrate violence, destruction, lies, coercion, fear, intimidation, and threats are not your friend. It doesn't matter if they come in the form of religion, pastor, rabbi, imam, priest. It doesn't matter if they come in the form of friend. It doesn't matter if they come in the form of family. Those who propagate fear are not your friend. A friend is anyone who shows you unconditional love, which says, be free, dear one, be free. Set your soul free, be liberated in this time and space. Be free. And whether one person, a million people, or no one sees this video, this is my free expression of my soul to share what I am here to share on this earth, in the heart, in the healing, in the humanity. I am excited. It is such an incredible time to be alive. I feel so blessed to be here right now. So many people are waking up. I've seen so many people heal from trauma. May you be one of those, dear ones. May you be one of those. I love you all. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, share, comment. Let people know that they're not alone. If you're listening on any podcast platform, please like, share, subscribe, rate. Let people know that they're not alone. As you, my dear brother and sister, are not alone. I'm Lucas Mack. This is the Golden Rule Revolution. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll talk to you on the next episode. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening. For support in your journey, go to my website, lucasmack.com.